What up? Top of the morning to you. What's good with you, YouTube? You know who it is, man. It's your boy, Kevin the Vet. Taurus Fit. No bull, just bulk, baby. 51 Tray Muscle Gang. We in the building. By request, I have been asked to generate my beginner's chest routine. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, I am thrilled to do this simply because we all got to start somewhere. And the simple fact that a lot of us still battle imbalances. A lot of guys tend to work on chest more often than they work on anything else in their body, simply because we seem to think that having that massive breast area, that massively chiseled breastplate, makes us look more masculine, more alpha as fuck, if you want to put it in that term. And to be perfectly honest with you, it really does, so to speak. So we want to dive into how to properly jump off that chest and to get those inner and that outer pec, to get that upper and that lower pec formed just right. I'm going to show you my training routine. I'm going to give you certain tips and tricks, not really tricks, but certain tips that you can do to try and form that more optimal look in your chest area. And I'm going to show you why your chest ain't growing and how to get them big ass breastplate muscles, them big breasticles, that big pumped up, fat, thick, solid breast area, to get those pecs looking just like you need them to look. So we getting ready to head down to the gym, get this training session in, and I'll give you my beginner's tip routine. I'm glad y'all checked in for this, man. I appreciate y'all riding with your boy. In about a week, we're gonna be in NYC, hopefully to hold it down with my homegirl Celia from Girls Live 2, and to get it in with none other than my homie Tone, Big Meech, the whole crew, man. It's going down, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. You know I do not take pre-workout, baby, cause my rage is my pre-workout. Don't make excuses, make gains, baby. You know what we do when we make it do what it do. It's time to get this in. Let go. What's up, folks? I appreciate y'all checking in, man. This is my tip video for beginners chest routine. Now, a lot of these exercises that I'm about to do, you guys can do these in your gym. Females, pay attention, because in about 20 years, depending on your age range, this is what we call preventive maintenance for that upkeep. So you don't have to spend or drop $5,000 on some new breasts implants because your girls are sagging. Anyway, man, so a lot of these exercises that I'm going to perform here, I'm going to do on the equipment that I have available to me. Hopefully you will be able to implement this in your gym. All right, so the first exercise that I would suggest for any beginner and for any advanced novice at that is to warm up the chest muscles with a muscle-mind connection. And if you have watched me before, you know I love using this particular machine simply because you can manipulate these machines. Kind of think outside the box, okay? Manipulate this machine to work in the optimal fashion in which you need it to. If you sit, and I've said this before and I will continue to pound this, if you bring your humerus across your chest at any given point, you're going to cause major activation to that pectoral muscle in that pectoral region, all right? This is why I use this machine in this particular fashion, because we will turn and we can actually isolate this pec muscle to get the most optimal pump that we could possibly get to start out this routine. Now, even if you notice, when I sit here and I do it normal, the way that it is built, as you can see, my humerus is coming across my chest, all right? It is built to do this, particularly to get that extra activation in that pectoral region, okay? But we want to take it one step further, all right? You want to turn to the side. You do not need a lot of weight for this. It's a warm-up exercise, okay? Simply, you just want to take the grip out, all right? You absolutely want to use the chest to move this weight. Elbow is high, it's parallel to the floor, and you bring across. Use your hand, okay? Use your hand, as you can see how deep this really is, how much of a drive and a force and an activation that this actually gives to the pec. So you press and you hold for about 1.5 seconds, a slow negative, and you're back at it again, all right? Do about 10 reps on each side, 2 sets, and then you're done for one solid set, and you do this about 3 to 4 times, all right? And then we'll move on to our next warm-up exercise. All right, guys, so on this isolateral incline press, it's the same concept, okay? You want, again, we're working the upper portion of the pec. When we do the decline, we're working the mid to lower portion of the pectoral muscle. So on this isolateral incline, we want to make sure that we hold for 1 to 1.5 to 2 second pause to activate the upper portion of the pec so we do not have imbalances. And again, this is a warm-up, all right? So 4 sets, good 10 presses on each side, not a lot of weight. Just get that muscle activated, get that blood pump into that muscle, and then we'll move on to our last warm-up exercise, and then we'll get into our full working sets. All right, guys, I know you're probably sitting there wondering, what the hell is he doing? We thought we was doing chest. What you guys, especially new guys, you need to understand, the muscles that help activate that chest are your triceps and your lats, all right? What I do not want you to do is get in a bad form, and you will feel bad form when you're doing chest press in your shoulders. And the reason why I'm doing this particular exercise is to warm up my lats so that they can help me move the weight in the proper fashion so that I do not get that bad form and I can get the optimal pump that I need in my chest and move the weight in the proper fashion. A lot of you guys may have this pullover machine at your gym. I think outside of the box a lot of the times. So we utilize this machine simply because it helps get that really elongated stretch from the elbow all the way down to the lower lat to completely stretch out not only that tricep but that lat muscle to engage and pull down, and it absolutely puts a lot of pump and blood into that mid and that lower lat muscle to help thicken it and to help you push that weight. And females, again, this applies to you as well. So we'll probably get 3 sets of this in, 8 to 10 reps per side, and I stick to an 8 to 10 rep range when warming up, okay? So that is very optimal, I believe, for newbies. 8 to 10 reps, 10 to 12 if you're a little more advanced than a new guy. But again, you want that long stretch and that long warm up, that long stretch and that long compression in your lat muscle on this particular machine if you have this, all right? Once we're done with this, we'll go to our working sets. Let's go. All right, guys, so here we go, man. First working set, obvious, the flat, conventional barbell bench press. A few things I want to tell you before you even get started. There are several ways that you can do this, and a lot of things that I see that new people do that actually are hindering them from actually getting the best out of this particular exercise is the manner in which you address this bench. What I mean by that is I see a lot of guys that lay on this bench and they'll have shit going on like this. Feet up, feet on the bench, too far here, too far down, or your hands are way too friggin' wide, okay? You have to know how to dress this. First thing, do not do this. This is an absolute no-no, all right? Why? Because you need your feet to stabilize you, first of all. Second, if you put your feet up in this fashion here, you're putting a lot of pressure on your lower back, all right? And this is not what you want. In order to address this bar, your scapula has to be rotated back, and you basically just put your arms up how you normally would address this bar, how your arms normally hang, and you just grab the bar, okay? You don't have to be this wide. Just grab the bar how you normally would when your forearms need to be perpendicular to the floor. What you want to get here, you want to get 6 sets of 5 on pause presses. If you can do more than 5, the weight is too light, all right? I need you to have a weight that's optimal for you. Maybe 135 is good enough for you as a beginner. Maybe just a little more if you can do 135, maybe 10, 15 pounds over that. But I want it to be able to test you, but you cannot do more than 5 reps. That 5th rep is going to be a grinder. You want to get 5 sets, or I'm sorry, you want to get 6 sets of 5 on this conventional flat barbell bench press. Once you get that, we're going to move on to our next exercise. Let's go. All right, squad. The next exercise is an incline dumbbell chest press. Now, there is a right and a not so right way to do this particular exercise. Understand your body and how it works, and use the weight in a fashion that is going to help get the most activation out of that muscle. Why do I say that? Simply because when you come up on this bench with the dumbbell, what I want you to do is focus on making the interior of your elbows as if they're going to touch. In order to do that, you're going to have to point both thumbs to the sky in this fashion here. Obviously, you can't make your elbows touch, but in order to make that happen, you're going to have to point your elbows to the sky. When you do that, that is going to put more of an activation into your chest muscle. It's going to put more of the pressure of the weight, all right, on your pec, and it's going to take a lot of it off of the tri and your shoulder, all right? Again, you're here to here. At the top of that range of motion, it takes every ounce of weight off of the tricep and off of the delt and puts it all right here on the upper portion and the mid portion of your pec. All right, guys, once you've done that, I want you to give me 5 sets, 8 to 10 reps. I do a lot of volume, a lot of reps. 5 sets, 8 to 10 reps, and then we'll move to our next exercise. All right, guys, our 3rd working set in this beginner routine are incline dumbbell flies. Now, again, with the incline dumbbell fly, we're gonna use 35 pounds, okay? At the top, what I want you to do is take your pinkies and force them in. What does that do? Again, that allows that humerus to simulate coming across the chest as if you're bringing your elbows together, and that causes more activation in your chest muscle. As you can see, if I go like this, all right, you see how both my pecs are activated in this fashion. Now that I have a heavier resistance, which is 35-pound dumbbells, we get the stretch, we come up, and we squeeze. Stretch, squeeze. We follow this by a champagne press, and then you press to the ceiling at the top of the motion. All right, guys, again, it's always about getting that humerus across that chest by all means necessary. That is the most important portion of doing any chest exercise. I want you to give me 5 sets, 8 to 10 per fly and champagne press. With the ceiling press, give me 5 sets of that, 8 to 10 reps, and we move to our last and final working set. All right, guys, the pec deck fly. Everybody has this in their gym, but not everybody does this correctly. This is to finish off that pec muscle, take it to its maximum limit. You're gonna feel like you're fried here where you can barely lift your arm. All right, what I want you to do, instead of grabbing the handles in this fashion, you are not going to get the most out of this machine if you're here. Simply because, as you can see, my elbows are bowed. Being bowed in this fashion right here absolutely puts no pressure on the pectoral muscle, and it puts all the pressure on the shoulder and in the bicep. And what you see yourself doing is here, okay? This does absolutely minimal for the chest at all costs. It does absolutely minimal for growth, okay? What you want to do, if you have to hold on to the handles, fingers out, elbows static. Keep your arms as straight as possible. Okay, again, and I'm going to continue to hammer this home until you understand this. You have got to understand the importance of getting that humerus across that chest. If you want big, bulgy breast muscles, you have got to get your humerus across your chest. Anytime you eliminate the humerus from the movement, you absolutely do not activate the chest, and you put more pressure on your shoulders and on your bis and tris. But the moment that you take your humerus and you get it involved, this is all chest now. This is more chest, less arms, okay? So again, grab, chest up, shoulders and scapula are back, press, 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 press. Alright guys, just to do a beginner chest routine, and I've already done chest today, I am completely annihilated. I'm sweating my ass off. I hope you guys enjoyed that, man. What I do for my body to give you these cush ass tip videos. Anyway, man, I love you guys, man. I hope you all enjoyed that. Hopefully this gives some of you some insight, and it'll help you along your way if you are a beginner. Females, do not be afraid to push that weight, all right? Do not be afraid to push the weight. This will help you as well. This is a beginner's chest routine for any man or female out there. Hopefully this will help you. And again, for even those of you that are advanced, maybe some of these tips can help you as well. It's your boy, Kevin the Vet. Tyrus fit, no bull, just bulk. Baby, that is my beginner chest routine. Love y'all, and I'm out.